Welcome to NewsOK.com. I am Jacob Unruh here with an Oklahoma City Dodgers update. You may notice some noise, some construction going on in the background here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. I'm joined by Alex Friedman, the voice of the Dodgers. Alex, just what the heck is going on behind us here?
Very unique thing that's going to be happening at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Monster trucks and bull riding. So the Traxxas Monster Truck Tour, the L.J. Jenkins Bull Riding Tour coming together. Very unique opportunity, like I said, because we have a field renovation that's going to come up in this offseason. So a little bit of carte blanche to be able to do a different thing on the field.
This event starts Saturday. It's Sunday. Bull riding, monster trucks, truckin' and buckin', I think is what you told me. They're calling this thing. A fun name. Could be a fun atmosphere.
Oh, it should be. And I know there's probably a lot of concern over the weather, especially for Saturday. It will happen rain or shine. They've done these events out in thunderstorms before, both the trucks and the bull riding. And, of course, there's plenty of covered space here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Sunday is looking good anyway. But, yeah, I mean, it'll happen. The show will go on. Yeah.
Well, for you, you see 70 games here a season. Yeah. You know, you spend more time here than most other places. What is it like seeing this ballpark covered in dirt, construction vehicles everywhere, monster truck right behind us? What's this like?
Yeah, it's weird for sure. Just not only that, but the amount of dirt, like the trucks that have been constantly coming in all day today, and they're probably not even halfway done. So that's certainly eye-opening. I talked to one of the foremen. He said 3,000 yards worth of dirt going to be covering the whole surface here. To not be able to see a pitcher's mound, to not be able to see home plate. And namely to have a huge monster truck on the field is, it's definitely a bit different.
The reason this can happen is because you're going to replace the field. The first time since the ballpark was built. How due are you guys for this?
It's definitely time for it, and I'm sure our head groundskeeper, Monty McCoy, could talk about it a lot more in depth than I can, but it'll be a multi-month project. You know, it strips it all the way down to the irrigation of the sand underneath, so it's something it's a huge endeavor for our grounds crew throughout the offseason.
We haven't got to catch up since the season ended for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Another playoff run, a pretty impressive rally in that last weekend at Colorado Springs. What did you see from that team down the stretch?
It's like nothing I've ever actually seen before, to have to win 4 games in 2 days, or else you're not going to go to the playoffs. To do it on the road, where the place, until they had won 4 straight, had lost 13 of 15 at that ballpark. And the bats got going at the right time, had been struggling for a fair amount of time. And, I think once they first got those couple first leads, said, okay, we can hit. We've got our bats going. Got some shutdown innings when they need them. At that place, you don't have to be necessarily perfect because of the hitter-friendly environment. But a huge credit to those guys and to our coaching staff as well. You know, they're never going to give up until they're mathematically eliminated. And I think, in the end, that they believed a little bit more than maybe the other guys.
You mentioned the coaching staff. Manager Bill Hassman has been here for a few years now. He's made a habit of this. Whether it's in the playoffs, whether it's to get to the playoffs, what makes Bill different?
It's funny you say that, because he told me, if you remember our old athletic trainer, Greg Harrell, now in the Marlins organization with New Orleans, and he told him a couple years ago when he was here, I've never seen a AAA manager so invested and involved as you are. Of course, a lot of it is about player development, but for Bill Hassman, it's about winning. He says, look, he tells his guys, look, none of us necessarily want to be here in AAA as opposed to the major leagues, but if we're here, we're going to try and do everything we can to win. And that's the mentality he takes every single game.
What do you think it's going to take for him to get a shot in the big leagues?
Boy, I don't know, because to me it seems like if not a manager, he'd be a perfect bench coach somewhere. A lot of it is just a lot of times connections. Of course, we're in a different day and age where some of those coaching positions are going to very analytically mind people. He's very open to that. He certainly incorporates it into a lot of his decisions every single day. He might not necessarily be coming up with the equations and stuff himself, but he definitely takes in the data and is very receptive to it. Players all love him. He's a player's manager. I've been with him now for 3 years to see how something might seem so benign he's put a lot of thought into. So yeah, I mean, you just hope that the pieces fall in place. I think that's for a lot it is, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, getting that chance at the big league level.
But make sure to get out here Saturday and Sunday, see monster trucks, bull riding, a new look to the ballpark. Alex, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And stick with NewsOK.com and get the best Dodger coverage in the state.